Welcome to Daily Tax Minute. This is Tony Novak here to share a few points on how to stay out of tax trouble. Let's jump right in. Today's topic is journal entries for tax, of course. So journal entries are a tool used in bookkeeping, and typically the CPA, the tax CPA, only gets involved in journal entries at the time when we're doing the tax return. Makes sense. I had a bookkeeper tell me that he hates when CPAs come in and make journal entries in his clients' books because it messes up all his hard work over the year. And that's a perfectly fair comment and assessment. Let's dive into that a little bit. So a CPA comes in, like me, and we have a very specific and narrow goal, and that is to prepare financial statements, specifically a profit and loss statement, and a balance sheet, usually for a business, that can be used to prepare the tax return. So all we are looking for is to have those two statements make sense. It is more important than they make sense, then we don't care so much about the process of how they got there. And that's where we part interests and can annoy the bookkeeper. So I may come in and say, as I did in a case yesterday, these three accounts listed as bank accounts are not bank accounts. They make no sense. Let's put a journal entry and zero them out, take them right off of the balance sheet. Well, that makes sense for me, for tax purposes. It makes no sense for the bookkeeper who has transactions in and out of those accounts all year and wants to go back and look as to how they got there and doesn't want to mess up the history and the customer transactions and the inventory transactions and everything else that they're tied to. So that's where we part ways as far as journal entries. So what's the solution? Obviously, is for the tax accountant not to go in and just make those journal entries, but recommend them. I wouldn't just go into the books and make those. I would always we're trained just to always recommend. Here are the three transactions that I recommend. Let the bookkeeper enter the transactions and also discuss how they can unwind and redo those to suit their own purposes. It's not that difficult, and then everybody can be happy. So that's enough for today. I would welcome your comments, questions, or feedback through comments, or if you want to reach me one-on-one, that's easy to do. Taxproblems.cpa. I'll be back tomorrow with another tax minute.